marquee game of Week 7, without a doubt. There's no question about it. I assume you're doing Chiefs and Niners, right? You're going to
Yep.
Santa Clara next.
Yep.
So you got two teams coming off of losses. One, with the Chiefs playing the de facto best team in the league, somebody who you might be calling the Super Bowl with them involved in it, in the Bills. Then you got the Niners losing to Atlanta, where Atlanta is a young upcomer, obviously, but still the Niners should win a game like that. What do you make of this contest and the Niners' inability to start being more consistent, like we saw at the end of last year, Greg?
Yeah, I think that's the key word. You said it. I think right now for the 49ers, the consistency factor, I think any given week they could look like one of the best teams in the league, especially defensively. And then on any given week, they have a setback like they did last week, losing by 2 scores to Atlanta. And I went back and watched that game this morning, just preparing for it. And it was really a combination of a lot of things. They had, 3 turnovers, 1 fumble that was returned for a touchdown to put them down 14-0 early. They ended up coming back to tie it. They just could never quite get over the hump. And, and again, there's no excuses. And injuries happen to everyone. They're, when you go down there, Week 1 starting lineup on both sides of the ball, their original starting 22 versus the starting 22 they played with this past week. For whatever reason, it seems like every year just injuries play a huge factor, especially defensively with this 49er group. And I don't know exactly why, if it's just bad luck or whatever, but they need to get some of these guys back. They need to get Bosa back on defense. They need to get Trent Williams back on offense on the left tackle. So there are some guys that hopefully are back for them this week that just obviously make them just a different group. But of course, last week, going to lose to Atlanta, especially coming off the good win the week before against the Panthers, I think was uncharacteristic. I think they were playing better than that result. But as you said, Atlanta's getting better. And then on the other side, I think that game, Bills-Chiefs, is the flip of the coin every single time. They're going to play for the next decade. And barring some crazy, something happened on either side, I think we're going to continue to see the games be what we saw last year in the playoffs, which is arguably one of the best games we've ever seen. And then, the way that game ended the other day is pretty much in that same same category. So I'm looking forward to this one. I wish they both didn't lose the week before we had them.
Yeah.
But I don't think it takes away anything.
No.
I think San Francisco gets some guys back healthy, which will help. And I think it's two of the teams that are, in the running. I think especially with the San Francisco being in the NFC, I think it's anybody's conference right now.